What's up guys, MegaDPAL here, and I'm bringing another Pokemon X and Pokemon Y Wi-Fi back for you guys today. And today I'm against Mike, aka Mizticall, a good friend of mine. His channel link is down in the description bar below, so definitely go check him out after this battle. So let's get on to the battle, shall we? Looking at the team preview, I'm running this very offensive team built around physical Zard Y, which I made a while back, but I've actually yet to bring a video using it, and I really do actually like this team. Look at my opponent's team, he's using some threats. He has a Zard of his own, whether it's a Zard Y or Zard X, I'm yet to know, but looking at his team, my Zard Y definitely puts in that work. Flare Blitz for the Skarmory, Solar Beam for the Keldeo, gets one-shotted. I'm pretty sure the Electros will get OHKO'd by some boosted Flare Blitz. If not, it's definitely KO'd by Solar Beam. I just had the Solar Beam for his Gastrodon, and once again the Flare Blitz for his Landorus right at the end there. So let's just get straight on into the battle, shall we? So I'm going to decide to lead off on my Mamoswine because I'm the Sash lead Mamoswine. And it does have a Zard on his team. I want to get my rocks specifically for that. He's actually going to decide to lead off with his own Landorus. And right off the bat, I'm just going to go for the rocks, like I did mention. He's actually going to go for the U-turn. Him going for the U-turn does in fact reveal his Scarf. And the U-turn is his safest play because had I switched fearing the Earthquake, it would obviously got switch initiative. And if I do turn and go for the rocks, it could force a whole lot of pressure onto me turn one. And I didn't think he'd want to actually lock himself into Earthquake this early on in the game. So he does go out into his Keldeo and force a lot of offensive momentum, offensive pressure onto me early on. So I'm going to make the switch go out into my Latias just to take anything this wants to go for. It does go for the Ice Wind, predicting that, which is very nice. And it does actually reveal his in fact Life Orb, which is good information to know later. But because I'm more bulky variant of Latias, I can take that very well. And what I'm going to do is just recover, just get my HP back. He's going to make a very aggressive switch, predicting my recover. He's going to pull the double and actually go back out into his Landorus. So seems like we did establish this thing is in fact Scarf. I'm actually going to scout what he locks himself into. He actually reveals the knockoff. I should have predicted this and gone straight out into my Charizard. But looking back on it, it actually was my my safest play just because I can scout where he wants to go into. And now I can obviously go out into my Zard the following turn. But once again he's going to predict that and pull a double straight on into his Keldeo. Which is fine for me because I'm Zard Y. And I do know I can live a Life Orb boosted, stab boosted Hydro Pump coming from a Keldeo under the sun, because I can in fact have a Choice Specs Hydro Pump coming from a Keldeo under the sun. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Just Mega Evolve, take the Hydro Pump, does a whole lot of damage regardless, and I can obviously retaliate back with a Solar Beam. And Solar Beam is obviously going to take it out at this range. It's going to be a easy OHKO, so down goes his Keldeo, one threat out of the way, which is really nice for me. I'm pretty sure he's going to go out into his Landorus now, just to revenge kill me. Yeah, he's going to go out into this thing. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to switch on out, going to my Mamoswine, predicting a knockoff, because I'm pretty sure the knockoff can take me out with the range of HP I'm at. And my Sash is broken, so I don't necessarily need my my Mamoswine's items, so I can take that Focus Sash. But here I'm going to make, I thought the Scorn switch was very obvious, but I'm just going to actually stay in and go for the Ice Shard, because I thought he'd predict me to double on out, either into my my Charizard or my Thundurus. So I thought he'd stay in, go for that secondary knockoff, but it doesn't. It just makes a safe switch and go out into his Skarmory at this point, which is really bad for me because he's going to be able to get up his rocks at this point. So I'm going to make the switch, go out into my Charizard to try and scare this thing out and use this time to roost on up and get my HP back. And then I need to proceed to defog the rocks away with my Latias. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, just go for the roost, as he actually brings in his Gastrodon, predicting me to go for the Fire Blast because obviously it's times 4 resisted, and my Sun will fade away at the end of this turn, so therefore I cannot go for the Solar Beam, so that's a nice play on his part. This works out well for me is because I can go straight out into my Latias. There's not too much a Gastrodon can do to me unless he's running Ice Beam, so I'm actually going to run double into the Latias. It actually is in fact running the Ice Beam, predicts me very nicely, goes for that. Look at how much that Ice Beam did. I know I can live another, so I'm just going to go straight for that defog. Get rid of the rocks, albeit I will get rid of my own rocks. My Zard is a huge threat to the team, like I mentioned at the team preview. So I want to get rid of my rocks so I can keep him around for much longer as he goes for once again another Ice Beam. And I'm actually going to just go for the recover this turn. He actually pulls a switch, goes out into his Charizard. The way he brought in definitely revealed to me that he's in fact Zard X. So I'm just going to go for the Dragon Pulse. As he's not going to Mega Evolve, he's going to predict me to go for the Dragon Pulse and actually go for the Dragon Dance as regular Zard, and therefore Mega Evolve the following turn, be able to outspeed me and take me out with a Dragon Claw. So that's exactly why I'm going to pull the switch, got into my Mountain Swine just as death fodder at this point, because that's exactly what I was going to do. Mega Evolve and take out my Mountain Swine, but this is fine. What I'm going to do after my Mountain Swine does in fact go down to that is I'm actually going to go out to my Bishop, just because the obvious play would be to go for the Sucker Punch, predicting his Flare Blitz and or Earthquake. So what I'm going to do is predict the switch, go straight for that Pursuit, trap this thing, do a whole lot of damage to that thing, which is a very nice play, a very risky play, and I do quote, might actually call me a risky bastard after I made that play, which I found funny. So in comes the Electros now. I'm just going to pull the switch, go out into my Latias, predicting the Flamethrower, or in this case the Superpower, so I'm able to obviously resist that and take that very well. And I'm just going to once again use this time just to go for a recover, I do believe. Z makes another aggressive switch, goes out into his Landorus, which is fine. I do want to get my Latias to the HP, where I can obviously take a hit from this Landorus, scout what this Landorus wants to lock himself into, which is exactly what I'm going to do this turn, is actually locks himself into the Stone Edge this time around. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to stay in, just go for the side shot, just try and do a bit of damage to his Landorus, or in fact his Gastrodon, predicting that to come in, and do a decent bit of damage because I do in fact score a crit. Not going to matter at all in the long run because I obviously still have a Zard Y to easily take this thing out with a Solar Beam, which is exactly what I'm going to decide to switch into now. Just get the free switch into this thing, predict him to go for the Ice Beam, which he did in fact reveal earlier. So we just get a free switch into my Zard by easily eating up this Ice Beam, which is nice for me. And I can obviously force this thing out with a Solar Beam. Looking at his team, nothing really appreciates a Solar Beam. His Landorus won't appreciate it too much. His Electros obviously will get KO'd. His Gastron will obviously get KO'd. His Zard will get KO'd at the range of HP, and I'm pretty sure his Electros gets 2-hit KO'd. So it is my safest play, and I do go for that first one. Now I'm going to go for the secondary one, just to take out his Electros, as he's just using his thing as fodder at this moment in time. And he's actually going to go out to his Zard here. I was a little unsure why I went out to his Zard, because he's going to potentially risk a speed tie, unless he's running more in an Adamant Zardex. But I am in fact Haster, and I do win the potential speed tie and take it out with an Earthquake, showing that I am in fact a physical. And now he's going to bring in his Landorus, and I'm going to predict him to go for that knockoff as opposed to going for that Stone Edge. So I'm going to stay and go straight for that Sun Boosted Flare Blitz and take out this Landorus. I do score a crit, but I believe we both agreed that that crit wouldn't have mattered because it is Sun Boosted Flare Blitz on a more offensive Landorus, despite being -1, and down goes his Landorus. So Charizard Y physical putting in that work. He's down to his last two now, his Skarmory and his Gastrodon, two of which both will get taken out by my Manaphy. So he's going to run at this point, and that is in fact going to be the game. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, of course subscribe for more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.